here comes the open.
You're watching KCCI, Channel 8, Des Moines.
Okay, stand
Iowa's
by on the
news
floor,
leader.
ready to roll 6. Set the
And
zombie
home
3
of
6
live
sound.
Super Doppler.
6 is full.
This is KCCI News Channel 8 this morning.
Roll 6. The zombie 3 6 sound
It's the
full.
sprint to the finish.
Ready
The
to roll
campaign
4,
trail
white 4
takes
under
both of
Sheila.
the candidates to Wisconsin tonight, Florida this weekend. I'm Brian Andrews. The latest from Washington
Roll
coming
4,
up.
white 4 under Sheila.
Plus, a
Ready
deadly
to
car
roll
crash
5,
claims
white
the
5
life of a
under
teenager.
Eric.
See how authorities say it happened.
Roll 5.
And the
white
government
5
is trying to crack down on the
Sets
price
off camera
gouging
on
as the
mics.
flu vaccine shortage takes its toll on the
Start your
nation.
push.
Good morning
This
and
is
thanks
all
for
camera on
joining
mics.
us at
Q, Roger,
6:30.
you'll need
It is
here
a
just
Friday
a
morning.
Doppler.
The weekend is right around the corner.
And
And
a
Eric
weather
Hansen's
graph.
happy because it's his last morning show that he has to do with us for a while.
Gets to do.
Get to sleep in. Yeah.
Last thing I get to do with you guys.
Ready, Doppler.
Yeah, right.
You
The
see
boss
through
told
that?
you to come in early.
Bingo.
Let's
Take
go ahead
that,
and take a
thanks,
look
man.
at the live Super Doppler 8
There's
network. We
30
are at
Brian.
38 degrees right
Photographs
now. We
next.
are watching a few isolated showers develop now across Iowa. We take you up toward Clarion. And
After
as
the
you
weather
can see
graph,
on
Roger,
Highway
will
69,
come out the 1 and swing
and
up
up there
the 3.
in Clarion as well, we're
Weather
dealing with a
commitment clip.
brief sprinkle. Down a little closer to Ziering and Fernald, we're dealing with a couple of sprinkles as well. So if you're traveling up and down 65 there in Story County, you're going to deal with that. And then you head down toward Highway 6 in Waukee, which is Hickman.
Ready, your
in
graph?
the Des Moines area. Down toward Boonville and Van Meter on I-80, dealing with a sprinkle. Down into Madison County we go,
It's
and
15
extending
to Brian, I'm
through
line on that.
Patterson now, starting to see a sprinkle in East Piru as well. As we open up
Take
our
graph.
weather window, a few isolated sprinkles or a brief shower out
Ready,
there this
camera 1
morning.
and
49
Brian,
by
or
noon,
in all
a
mics.
breezy, almost blustery afternoon with cloud cover and an isolated shower. We're going to look for a high around 52, and that will be a struggle. Going to feel colder, though.
Take
because
1 on
of the wind.
mics. Ready,
East
swing. Ready,
Peru
camera
is one of
3.
my favorite town names.
Isn't that cool?
Peru.
Thanks, Roger.
I don't know
Ready,
why.
Amy 3.
Sorry. Anyway.
Take
We're
Amy
glad
3.
to know that, Eric. Our lives are not complete. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, topping our news today, with 18
Ready,
days
start
until the
clip, take your
election,
clip under
both presidential
commitment.
candidates
Start
are delivering
clip,
a
thanks, Roger.
political
Take your
punch
clip under.
to key battleground
Ready,
states.
roll
Last
6.
night, Governor
Set this all
Vilsack
6
rallied
sound
an
full.
estimated 16,000 Iowans at a Carrie Edwards rally at the state fairgrounds.
Roll 6 is all 6 sound full. Out cues to the White House. Ready
Are
on
we
the mic
ready
and
to
cue.
deliver Iowa for John Kerry and John Edwards? And we're going to get on with Kerry and Edwards, and
Under
they're going
mic.
to take us through the rough water.
Under mic and cue.
Senator Harkin also took the stage to speak to
Camera 3
voters.
is
Actor
next.
Josh Hartnett, best known for the movie
That's
Pearl
not the right
Harbor,
after.
also
Ready,
talked to
camera
the
3 on
crowd.
mics.
He spent most of yesterday touring the state, talking with younger voters.
Take 3 both
There's
mics.
only a handful of states still up
Okay,
for
we're
grabs
going to
come
4 next,
November.
sound
The
full.
presidential candidates have found some common ground in where they need to pick up the votes.
As Brian Andrews
Ready,
reports
camera,
this morning,
or ready,
President Bush and
roll
Senator
4, take
Kerry
4
are
sound
taking
full.
new attacks to big rallies in the same places.
Roll 4, take 4 sound full. Ready, you're downstream.
With thousands
No.
of supporters cheering on the sidelines, President Bush and John Kerry are running the last leg of this race through the same
We're out the
battleground
camera 1
states.
after this, Roger.
Let's go out and get the job
Then we'll
done.
have a tape
More
of
than
5.
15,000 people, some holding 3 for 3 signs touting John Kerry's debate performance, turned out at Iowa's state fairgrounds for the Democratic ticket.
He chose a tax cut to the
Downstream.
wealthiest people in the country. My
Loose
choice,
font.
John Edwards' choice. We're going to build America. We're going to build those schools. We're going to fund No Child Left
We'll
Behind.
be out the camera 1
Strategists
after
say
this.
Iowa could swing based on who does a better job of getting people to the polls. President Bush heads to Iowa today. Thursday, he hosted huge crowds in Nevada and Oregon.
Senator's record is 20 years of out of the mainstream votes without many significant reforms or results.
That is a big part of the president's playbook in this final sprint, a relentless effort to tag Kerry with the big L, liberal label.
To pay for all his promises, his spending promise, he's going to have to raise your taxes.
Kerry's strategy to portray the president as reckless on both foreign and fiscal policy, and in the pocket of special interests.
George Bush's Medicare bill is full of empty promises and special interest giveaways.
The Massachusetts senator made that
We have
pitch
one
to
more
the
insert with
AARP
Brian
convention in Las Vegas, just
coming.
as President Bush wrapped up a rally in the same city.
The president has a
Downstream.
campaign stop today in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Loose
And then he
font.
heads on to
Stand Eric
Wisconsin,
by,
where
ready, camera
John
1 and
Kerry
Eric's
has
line.
several campaign stops planned. Brian Andrews, CBS News, Washington.
Take 1, Eric.
In a
Ready to
copyright
roll
story in
5 to
today's
take
Des
5
Moines
under.
Register, John Kerry says there's a good
What?
chance the military draft could come back if Bush is reelected.
5.5,
Kerry says a
I'll
backdoor
shoot.
draft has already started with the heavy call-ups of the National
Crap.
Guard and the reserves. Bush has said repeatedly he will not reinstate the draft if he's reelected. His
Ready to roll
campaign
6,
dismissed
take
those
6
comments
sound full.
as scare tactics.
Roll 6. Whoa.
We
No,
need to have the
go to one.
continuation of the leadership we've seen in President
And
George
6,
W.
all right.
Bush. He
Dang it.
represents
Get out of
what
it. Ready, camera
America
one. Take
needs
one,
in
take one, take one.
Republican governors
it.
rallying for President Bush also made an appearance
Re-rack
last night at
6.
State Fairgrounds
Ready to
during
roll
John
5, take
Kerry
5
and
under.
John
Roll
Edwards' visit
5.
there.
Take
20
5
Republican
under.
governors from around the nation are campaigning on behalf of President
Downstream.
Bush. Governor Mitt Romney, who you heard there, is from
Loose
Massachusetts.
spawn.
That's Kerry's home state. The governor says Kerry is not the man for
Ready to roll
that job.
6, that's all 6. Full, roll 6, is all 6 sound full.
We need to have the continuation of the
Downstream.
leadership we've seen in
We're out
President
to
George
steal
W.
1
Bush.
next.
He
Loose spawn.
represents
We're out to steal
what
1 next.
America
Eric, camera
needs in
2.
terms of leadership.
Your best,
And
thanks.
John Kerry
Ready, steal
does
1.
not.
Take still 1.
Again, President Bush will make a campaign stop here in Iowa in Cedar Rapids
Ready,
today.
camera
He'll be
2.
holding he'll hold a rally beginning at 2 o'clock.
Take 2,
The president
Sheila.
also
Ready, roll
received
4,
some
take 4
campaign
under.
help from a younger
Roll
crowd, as
4.
Marion Daughters,
Take 4
Jenna,
under.
and Barbara.
Downstream.
They talked with volunteers in Independence,
Loose
Missouri.
spawn. Out to
The
camera 2
22-year-olds
next.
say
We'll
that
go
they're
to
proud of
tape
their father's
5.
record on helping women, including the gains made by women who live in
Ready,
Afghanistan.
camera 2, take 2.
Filmmaker Michael
Ready,
Moore
roll
also
5,
makes a
take 5
stop in
under. Roll
Iowa over
5.
the weekend. Moore
Take
is the
5
director
under.
of controversial films like
Downstream.
Bowling for Columbine and Fahrenheit
Loose
9/11.
spawn. We're out to
He's
camera
scheduled
1
to speak
next,
at Hilton
then we'll go to
Coliseum
tape
on Sunday
6.
as part of his
Ready, 1,
Flatter
Eric.
Uprising tour. Some ISU alumni are threatening to stop donations if the university allows Moore to speak on campus.
Take 1, Eric.
In other
Ready,
news,
roll
this
6,
time from
take
the
6
crime
under. Roll
beat, no one
6.
will be held responsible for
Take
a
6
deadly
under.
shooting in Fort Dodge. Paul Benton
Downstream.
was shot and killed when he got
Loose
into an
spawn. We're
argument
out
with
to
Dan
4
Cole in
next. Eric
August.
continues.
Dan Cole is the Webster County
Ready to roll
medical
4, 6 is
examiner,
all
and he
4
is
under.
married to Benton's ex-wife. Now, a grand jury has decided not
a
to file
stretch.
any charges against Dr. Cole.
And roll 4. This is all 4
Sentencing
under.
starts Monday
Thanks.
in Iowa's first death
All right,
penalty
camera 2
case
is
in about
next with
40
Sheila, then
years.
we'll go to tape
A
at
jury
5.
yesterday
Thanks,
found
Roger.
Dustin Honkin guilty on all 17 counts of a federal indictment, including the murders of 3 adults and 2 children in 1993. That was part of a drug operation there. The jury
Ready,
must
camera
now
2,
decide
Sheila's
whether
mine.
to impose the death penalty for the convicted murderer.
Take 2, Sheila.
A disturbing act of vandalism on
Ready,
a
roll 5,
well-known
take 5 under. Roll
landmark in Des
5.
Moines.
Take
Someone
5
broke
under.
out the windows,
Downstream.
slashed tires, and
Camera
destroyed
3's next. Loose
signs on
spawn. We're out
the
to
Jesus
3 next,
bus.
and then
You
go
can
to tape
sometimes see it
6.
driving throughout the city of Des Moines. The owner is Willard Van Zant. He used 9 beds inside the bus as a mobile homeless shelter.
Ready, camera
It's too
3 on both
trash to
mics.
use, but Van Zant says he will not call authorities.
Take 3 both mics.
A
Ready,
teenager
roll
has
6,
died
take 6
after an
under.
accident
Roll
south of the
6.
metro area.
Take 6 under.
3 teens were headed
Downstream.
south on 30th Avenue near Martinsdale
route
when they
camera
pulled
1
out in
next, and
front
then
of a
we'll do power
red
number
pickup
still
truck
2 for
going
Rebels.
east. 15-year-old Caleb Strabel of Martinsdale died at the hospital. 17-year-old Taylor Hamilton of Van Meter and Whitney Card of
camera
Cumming
1 and
are
Eric.
both in the hospital this morning. The pickup driver was not seriously hurt in that accident.
Take 1, Eric.
A new report now says that less
Ready,
than 1
Emmy.
in 4
2,
Iowa
take
graduates
Emmy 2.
have taken the necessary coursework
Route
to
to camera
succeed
1
in
next with
college.
Eric again, and
The
then
report
we'll go to
shows
tape
only
and 4.
22% of high school grads who took the ACT were ready for college-level math. 1.2 million high school
Ready,
seniors
camera
took
1,
that
Eric.
test. That is only 40% of Iowa's high school graduates.
Take 1, Eric.
More
Ready,
than
roll 4,
2,000
take 4
runners are
under.
getting
Roll 4.
psyched up for their 3rd
Take
annual
4
Des
under.
Moines
Camera 1
Marathon
weather,
this
3
weekend.
shot.
The race
Downstream,
starts Sunday
thanks.
at 8 o'clock in the
Loose
morning,
spot. Route to
begins
camera
at the
1
Locust
next for
Street
weather.
Bridge downtown, and then wraps up on the Court Avenue Bridge a couple of hours later, hopefully. This year's
yeah,
race
downtown
includes
Sky
12
Camp,
Olympic
Keyway now for
qualifiers,
a sky
5
shot.
wheelchair athletes, and a
Stand them all by, sets us
73-year-old
off camera
woman
1
who
on all
is trying
mics.
her very first marathon.
Does all camera 1 on
Wow,
mics. Power
73
number
in our
downtown
first
Sky
marathon. I
Cam,
don't
Roger.
think, boy, that'd be hard to
And
do
then
at our
double
age, I
stretch.
think.
Start your
I
push
can't even
one.
run a
Yikes.
mile and I'm out of breath. You know? So I can good, give her credit. You know what? You're going to be cold, but you're going to be dry for the Des Moines Marathon on Sunday. We've taken the
Thank you,
showers and
Roger.
pushed them into Sunday
There's
night.
a minute.
But we'll,
There's a man
speaking of
crying.
showers, we'll show you some in a second. 38 with
After
mostly
this
cloudy
is
sky, west
Doppler,
wind at 6.
followed by Grab.
And our pressure rising. The only Central
Ready,
Iowa
Doppler?
radar bringing you
Doppler.
some light showers this morning, actually picking them up as they run right up and down the I-35 corridor. So we'll start
Tentatively,
north first,
it will
work
be,
our way down to the south. And as you can
Chiron
see,
and still
just
store
up around the
over,
Goodell area,
one
and then we're
frame
getting a little
sinks
closer toward Clarion and
for
right over
traffic.
Galt right
I don't know
now.
which
We're
one
dealing
yet,
with
though.
a sprinkle or two. You can get a little further
West Sky
south
Cam,
into
Roger.
Webster and Hamilton counties. You can see that we're dealing with
There's
a couple
traffic,
of
Jesse.
light
There's 30 to
sprinkles.
Brian.
Also, this little line we were watching roll through
All right, we have
portions
traffic
of
with the
Story
anchors now,
County,
and
still up
Brian,
over
then we have
Zeering and
traffic.
down toward Colo on 65. Then we take you down to the metro area and on the southwest side of town. If you live down on the southwest side of town over the Jordan Creek Mall area, we are dealing with a couple of sprinkles, maybe a brief light
Sounder's
shower.
getting close,
and that
Jesse.
does
There's
also
15 to
include
Brian.
anybody traveling down toward the Cumming and Norwalk exit. And we get down, there's Cumming there. And as you see over Francesca's house, dealing with a sprinkle or two. And a little further south than that even, we'll go down toward Winterset, and you can see just south of Winterset,
Okay,
we're
man.
just to the west of New Virginia. If you're heading out
Ready,
this
grab?
morning, isolated sprinkles in your
Take grab,
rush
thanks,
hour
Roger.
forecast.
Thank you,
Temperature
Jesse.
around
We're out to
37.
METNX and
This
traffic
afternoon, an
and traffic
isolated
music.
shower and 52. We'll detail
So
that
dissolve
weekend
me too,
forecast more
dissolve
for
me
you
too.
coming up, but we want
All right, after this,
to see how
Roger, we're
things are
coming out to
going. And
camera
so
3 and
far, I
both
think we're
bikes,
making
and
it
then we'll
easy
get
for you,
Kyron over
Lisa.
Clip
It looks
Store
like it's
for,
still
still
condition
ahead.
green.
Hey, not a problem. It's good news for those people out there in the morning commute, especially with that rain coming in, Brian. We do actually have our first accident of the
Well, I'll
morning.
get to take it
State
after
troopers
this.
are on the scene of an accident, I-35 80 eastbound at mile marker 128. That's between Ryder Corner and 86. Otherwise, that's it for problems around the metro. We got a good morning commute going on so
Ready,
far.
camera 3 and both
This
lines.
is Lisa Rush with KGGO Traffic.
Take 3 both lines.
Thanks, Lisa. It's now
Ready, start
21
clip,
minutes
take
before
aim, clip under,
7
start
o'clock.
clip.
Just ahead
Take
on the
aim,
morning
clip
news,
under.
we'll tell you more about
Black after
Mount
this,
St.
guys.
Helens. It's glowing red this morning.
Uh-oh.
See how long scientists say the lava could build up inside the volcano.
There it is.
Plus, a shakeup on Survivor, and we're not talking
Bring it
about
in,
the earthquake. Rory gets sent to team up with the women,
Bring
but
it in.
was
Oh,
able
that's
to
all right.
win
Ready
them
to go
over.
black, take 2, start 2,
We'll
full.
see.
Don't worry
And
about
at 7:42 today, thousands of people will be racing for a cure for breast cancer. See how you can take part.
Go black. Take 2, start 2, sound full.
KCCI and Iowa Health Des Moines want you to feel
Oh,
your
one, the
best.
bump in is dead. It's Friday.
I'm Molly Cooney.
And I'm Dr. Tom Evans. Thursdays on First News at 5.
Oh,
and
one, the
Fridays
bump
on
in
News
is
Channel
out,
8
so
morning.
we'll be out
Molly
to
and I
camera
discuss
3.
important health topics.
But
At
if
the
you
end
miss
of this
one,
here.
they're just a click away on your
Oh, so-
computer.
Just go to the iowachannel.com.
Okay, oh, one,
and
the
click
bump
on
in is
Health. You'll
dead,
find
and
text and video from our recent health reports.
06
Dr.
Night
Tom
Ice is
on the
dead, so Roger, you won't
iowachannel.com.
need still
Another
2
way
for this next
KCCI
one.
and Iowa Health are helping you to feel your best.
Plus pay no interest for 2 years.
All right, here we go. Standing by on the
We
floor.
make
Sets
leather
off camera 3 and all mics. And dissolve camera 3, both mics.
Welcome
push
back to
2,
News Channel 8
thanks.
this morning. Hopefully you're having a
downstream, Roger.
fantastic Friday. I know Eric is, right?
You bet.
3
Loose
hours of
spot,
sleep
going to
last
5
night?
next.
Okay. Well, this morning, Mount
Ready to
St.
roll 5,
Helens
take 5 under.
in Washington
Roll 5.
State is
Take
glowing
5 under.
red.
The volcano is
And
still
downstream.
letting off steam, but now you can see little spots of
Loose
lava
spot. We're going to
dotting the
6
sides of
next,
the
and
mountain.
Sheila will talk.
Scientists say the lava buildup inside could go on for months. The average
Ready to roll
temperature of the
6,
lava
set
is
dissolve
about
6 under.
1,300 degrees Fahrenheit.
Roll
Now that
6,
we've
dissolve
warmed
6
things
under.
up, we're going to cool things down from New Mexico. There are signs of old man winter
one,
already.
3 shot
The first
for the
snow
desk.
is on the ground there
Loose,
this
thanks.
morning.
Route
Flex
camera
dusted
1
the
next,
streets
then
on
Roger with
Wednesday
the
about an
power
inch of
number,
snow fell, causing
one
the
of
need
your
for
Frank
travelers
six.
to be very careful on the roads.
Ready, 1, take
doesn't
1.
look good.
Crap.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right,
and
does it?
It's
double
coming soon
grab.
enough.
Yeah, I know.
They're going to get some
it'll
up
be
in
here.
Minnesota. And
So
you
it's
know
on
what? I
B3?
think northeastern Iowa may see a
It's
flurry or 2
currents.
over the weekend. But those of you in Kasuth County can kind of don't have to worry about that
Dissolve
at
the
this point.
B3.
I think it's going to be just warm enough to remain
minute
as a
to
light
Brian.
rain shower or 2. But outside, we are dealing with a few sprinkles on the southwest side of town. We are dealing with just cloud cover downtown,
Doppler's
38.
next, followed
A west
by
wind
weather
at 6 and our
graph.
pressure rising.
Doppler?
To the live
Take
Super
Doppler.
Doppler 8 network you go, and you see the green dots all over.
Jesse,
You get
have
some light
your
showers that are developing. You see there up near
weather center
Fleming.
handy. I'm not sure if she
And as
uses
the,
it
the
at
live
this point
sweep
or not.
pushes it a little closer to Dow's, you may get sprinkled on. Swaledale may get
After
sprinkled
that will be
on,
your
and then a
Survivor
couple
music.
trying to develop around Stratford and Jewel, and also maybe a sprinkle on Ames and take you down towards
Okay.
St. Anthony. And
There's 30
if you
to
live in
Bryan.
State Center on the west side of town, you may be dealing with a sprinkle. If you're heading west on Highway 30, go a little further south into the metro there on I-35, down around the Raccoon River and Raccoon River Park, down toward the coming Norwalk
Ready,
exit.
grab.
Let's go a little further south, even take it from
Eventually.
Bevington and Martinsdale down to St. Charles. And as you see there, just to the
There's
south of
15
Truro,
to
maybe a
Bryan.
sprinkle as well. A cold shower
Take
definitely in the forecast for the Twin Cities today at 45. Billings rain in 48. 80 and sunshine in Dallas. 86.
Ready, camera 1 on
partly
all
cloudy
mics.
in
There's
Miami.
your sound
We're
of Jess.
expecting those isolated
Ready,
showers
1 on
today.
all mics.
52. Another raw afternoon as that wind picks up out of the northwest.
And take
Another
one
look at
on
the
mics.
radar and your weekend forecast.
Take 1 on mics, race
straight
swing,
ahead.
ready, camera
See you
3,
later,
ready,
Brian.
Survivor
Yep.
music, drink,
Well,
take
it
3.
was another
Start your
tough
Survivor
week
music,
for
ready, start
Rory
4, take 4
Freeman in
silent, start 4.
Vanuatu on Thursday
Take
night.
4
What a
silent,
show
ready, roll
last
5,
night. It
so
wasn't
dissolve 5
exactly a
under.
walk in the
Roll
park for
5,
anyone on the
dissolve
island.
5
That's
under.
because an earthquake started
Downstream.
shaking things up for the gang on
Loose spot
Vanuatu.
6 is
And
next,
Jeff
sound
Probst,
full.
the host, continued the trend. He divided the tribes.
The early
and
show
mixed up the
promo is
teams.
dead.
Osceola native
Jesse,
Carolyn Tanner
I mean,
said so long
Allie,
to
so you
four
can
of
get
her
your early show
teammates,
promo
and
today.
she joined a brand new
Ready to roll
tribe,
6,
and they won the
so dissolve
challenge.
6 sound full.
Rory got thrown together with Bubba. He was outnumbered with 4 other
Oh, okay.
ladies on a new Yasser tribe, and he was
Red roll 6,
immediately
that's dissolve
fighting for
6
his
full.
survival once again.
Roll 6, dissolve 6 sound full.
Rory, you lost a lot of time.
All right, this
Some of the worst
out cue
paddling I've
is
ever seen.
kick with the
Somebody's gonna pay for it
girls.
tonight.
This video continues.
See you, tribal
Sheila will
council.
talk.
tribal council's coming up.
Okay.
And Bubba
08, the
and
weather
I are
tease
both,
and the promo's out.
It's very,
so.
very apparent that
Ready on their mic and Sheila Q.
one of the two of us has got to go.
08, the weather tease is dead,
with
so
these
Roger, you
guys
won't
up
need your
here.
bump clip at the
I'm
end
already
of this.
kicking with these guys where I was never able to kick with the girls.
Under
You take yours
mic and Q. Dang it.
And Rory got lucky.
Ready,
That's because the
camera
ladies
three's
spotted
next, and then we'll
Bubba,
do kid
who
picks.
wasn't very bright. He tried to make contact with his old buddies on the other tribe, and the women saw it. It cost him his survival, so Rory
Ready, camera
has
three,
another
and all
week to
mics.
come up with a new approach to staying in the game, and he's outnumbered.
And take 3 both
I think
mics.
1-4 on that
All right.
team.
Still
So,
wants next,
we'll
Roger,
see what
for
happens.
kid picks.
Take your word for it.
Give him a wrap.
You'll have to TiVo it. Come on.
Yeah, I should. If your name is Holly Hauser from down in Corydon, you better run to the TV. Your picture is on
Sets off
TV
still,
right
too.
now. This is what Holly sees when she looks out her bedroom window in the summertime. Holly is in 2nd grade down in Wayne Community School down there. Neat little picture
Yeah,
there.
good job,
Dissolve
Holly. We
still,
love that
too.
picture. If you know a young artist, why don't you have
Dissolve
them draw
still, too.
something and send
Cool.
us
We're going to black
us
after
here
this.
at Kid Picks KCCI.
Ready to go black, take and
If
start
you
your
get your
sound
picture on
full.
TV, you receive a coupon for a free Subway sandwich. We'll be back with weather in just a couple of minutes.
And go black, take 2, start 2, sound full.
Today on
All
First
right,
News
3
at
to
5,
dust,
Halloween
2 to
is
the
just
wall.
around the
Roger
corner,
for this
and
one.
we'll kick off Night Eyes at the Blank Park Zoo.
Kyron
Live.
over one of your frame scenes, followed by SchoolNet, Doppler, and
Oh,
Graph.
mosquito repellent. This
Images is on sale.
Okay,
And
stand
take
carried
advantage of
by,
our free
ready to
custom
start your clip
sizing.
and take your
Decorate
clips.
and
Sound
save
full
at
for weather.
Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Start clip, take clip, sound full.
Now,
Sets dissolve me
it's time
2.
for the live
With carrots,
Super
Mike, it's
Double
camera
Rate
2 out on the
Network
floor.
weather and traffic on the 8th.
Dissolve me 2, carrot Q. Set
Good
dissolve me
Friday
3.
morning. Get yourself up,
Dissolve
get
me 3.
rolling. The time right now, 6:48. Some of you may be seeing a few sprinkles in your neighborhood. Others just a cold start. We are at 38 at the airport, a mostly cloudy sky with a west wind currently at 6 miles per hour, dew point of 35, and the pressure is rising. Now, a couple things to note.
Thanks,
SchoolNet
Roger.
sites, they're at the bottom of your screen, and I've got the temperature out there, but I'm also pointing out a couple of things here, like the feels like temperature. This is what it feels like as you
There's
step
traffic
outside.
now.
So we
There's
take
2
you down
minutes
to
to
Mount Air,
Carrick.
temperature of 40, but a south wind at 8. It makes it feel more like 35 this morning. 40 in Murray Community and a southwest
All right.
breeze at 5.
For the
Burton
anchors, now
Middle
we have
School in Newton
traffic.
also at 40, but a wind chill index of 37. And our last stop, Clark Community in Osceola, 39, and a wind chill index of 37. Around the live Super Doppler 8 network this morning along the I-35 corridor, I mentioned some sprinkles. Now, if you're traveling east, you may run into an area of fog or two. But if you're traveling up towards Swaledale and Thornton, actually up toward Goodell and Belmont, maybe down toward Dow's, traveling southeast, a couple of brief showers. Very, very light, nothing heavy, just a few sprinkles in general, just south of Jewel. And here's our live sweep, so if you live in Dayton
Okay,
and
there
Stratford, maybe a
is.
sprinkle or two. Back over towards St. Anthony.
1 minute
and
to
there's
Brian.
State Center. If you live in State Center,
And we
the
do
Rose
have traffic,
capital
by
of
the way,
Iowa,
if I didn't tell
Rose
you.
capital of the nation, probably seeing a sprinkle there as well. And then south of the metro from Lakewood through Norwalk,
Your
back
P3
out
top
towards
stories
Cumming, a
was dead,
sprinkle
too.
or two. Even further south from Martinsdale through St. Mary's, back down toward Truro, dealing with a sprinkle. Now, what's going on out there this morning? We watched as the clouds they broke up overnight. Now they're starting to increase.
Jesse,
ahead of our
your
next
weather
system,
center's
which is
getting
actually
close.
plowing through Minnesota at this hour. System that brought us some sprinkles yesterday, well off to our east. Here comes the next system. Now, as it moves on in, we're going to look for another chance for a couple of isolated showers this afternoon.
What's our
So
sky
at 9
time
o'clock, increasing clouds and
Fluor,
isolated sprinkle or two.
downtown.
By 3:45,
yeah,
a couple of
downtown.
isolated
Can you pan
showers
over to get
developing
Fluor,
as that front
please?
traverses
There's
the
30 to
states.
Brian.
And we're partly cloudy tomorrow, and our next chance for rain off in the distance here for Sunday night. Your rush hour forecast getting out
Thank
the
you,
door with a couple of
Jesse.
isolated sprinkles. And a temperature of 37,
We'll have a mic shot,
west
too,
wind at
after
5 to 10.
this.
This afternoon, 52. And a couple of isolated showers, a gusty northwest wind, though, making it feel colder, 15 to 25.
He's
So it's
clear.
gonna feel more like
We're out
the
to camera
40s.
2 next for a mug
Say that
shot.
winter jacket is definitely a necessity. Your football Friday night forecast, if you're heading out to one of the games, maybe you're heading out to see Carlisle at
Go
Benton
ahead and give
Community
Brian
in
a
Van
wrap,
Horn,
please.
or Denison taking on Schleswig at Harlan.
Set this off
Mid-40s,
camera
northwest
2.
wind at 10 to 20, obviously making it feel colder, and an isolated sprinkle. 31 tonight, a wind chill index of 19 to 22. 53 for your Saturday, 59 on Sunday. Drive for the Des Moines Marathon, and an isolated shower or two late Sunday.
Set this off camera 2.
Monday. Your morning mug shot today coming
Okay,
to
we're out
us
to camera
from
1
Great
next,
Western
and then
Bank,
we'll go
the
to
perfect
ME2 for
fit.
traffic.
Not too big, not too small. It's
Give,
family-owned.
Brian
Offices
another
in
wrap.
Altoona, Carlisle, Clive, and Reynolds.
Ready, camera one. Take
I'm trying
one.
to corrupt
Ready,
Eric.
give me
I'm
two.
trying to feed him Cheetos for
Give him a wrap.
breakfast.
Breakfast to champions.
He won't do it yet.
Take give me two.
Exactly. Lisa Rush has a check of traffic this morning. Good
Okay,
morning.
at the
Lisa,
end of
yellow,
this-
huh?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
We've
see.
got one accident right now. It's one
We're
we've
out the
been working
cam-
with a little while this morning.
we're out the camera
Continues
one
along
next.
3580
We're coming up
eastbound
camera
between
one at
Ryder
the
Corner and
Colorado
86.
Still
Otherwise,
one
looking good
for,
with that rain
rip,
coming in. Keep that in mind as you're
tra-
headed out on
trivia.
the morning commute.
Ready,
This
camera
is
one.
Lisa with KGGO Traffic.
And take one, Eric.
Thank you, Lisa. Time for today's trivia question.
the
The
bump
prize
is
is a
dead.
Pizza
Ready,
Hut
you're in
4-for-all
E1.
pizza.
Take, give me
You can
one.
Get
All right,
supper
we're going to
tonight if you
black
know the
after
answer to
this.
this question from the Iowa
P5,
Division
the
of
tease
Tourism.
has been
What
killed.
town in the state of Iowa is called the Pumpkin
Roger,
Capital
you'll
of
need your
Iowa
bump clip for
because
this.
of its annual
Ready to go
Pumpkin Fest
black.
and
Take
Way
a star
Off?
two sound
You know
full.
the answer. Give us a call at 247-8808. We'll have the answer right after this.
Go black, taking star two sound full. Okay, guys.
Learn about coordinated scheduling.
Zoom. Dissolve camera one, carry Q.
6:54 now. Our
Weather grab's all you
temperature at
need.
38.
Ready,
So
grab.
grab the jackets.
Take
Heading
grab.
to a high of 52. Some of you may even encounter a sprinkle or
right.
two this morning. An isolated
We're out the
shower or
ME1
two
next
this
for double
afternoon.
boxes.
A windy afternoon.
Ready,
So with a
ME1.
blustery wind out of the northwest, that 52 will feel more like the 40s. Tonight we drop back to 31. Your weekend we hold in the 50s. Guys, that is a
Take
good
ME1.
15 degrees below the
And
average.
all mics.
which
Ready,
is
camera
now
three on both mics.
64 here in central Iowa.
Brr.
Exactly. Like a lot of places
three of both
around
mics.
this morning, Polk County is out of
Okay,
the
we're
flu
going to
vaccine.
6
News
next.
Channel 8's Michelle
Ready
Parker
to roll
shows
6,
you
that's
the
dissolve
next
6
step
sound
for the
full.
Polk County Health Department.
Roll 6, dissolve 6 sound full. Downstream.
Flyers on the door tell the story.
Loose spawn.
There's
Next
no
one
more
comes in at
flu
9.
vaccine at the Polk County Health Department.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Downstream.
Just in Polk County
Yeah,
alone, we've got
Natalie,
over
I thought I got that back
41,000
to you.
people
Sorry about
that
that.
are
Yeah,
over the
the
age
blue
of
thing is dead.
65.
Paul
That's
Panagas and his
next
sister
one
Nietzsche
comes in
couldn't
at
get the
23. It's
shots at
Paul.
their doctor's office.
What?
So they came here seeking
I'm talking
help,
to Natalie.
but
Hold on
no
just a
luck.
second.
At our age, you know,
Downstream.
we're susceptible,
Thanks. There's Ron.
and
All right, next one
we've
comes in
always
at
had
30.
them.
It's
This was
Downstream.
the scene when huge crowds turned out for flu
Loose
shots
spot. That's all
at the
for inserts
Northside
here. We're
Senior
at the camera
Center.
2 next.
Everyone
with Sheila
had to
for
be
a
in one of the
tag.
high-risk
And
groups
then,
to receive
after
one.
that,
Everybody
we're
here
out the camera
65
1
and over.
for trivia.
No one wanted to take a chance of not
Roger, at
receiving
the
a
end of this
shot
one,
in the
Chiron
face
over
of
a
a
clip,
vaccine
over
shortage.
a
But
Skype
now
cam
the
for a
4,000
bump out
doses
shot.
the county
Jesse, have your
had are
bump out music
gone.
ready.
People were orderly, and we were able to get people vaccinated in a very timely manner.
Calls have been coming in to the health department from people wondering if any more vaccine is coming. Officials here must
All
wait
right,
and
this
see
package runs
themselves.
116.
For the most
Out
part,
Q is
it's,
right now.
it's a
All
self-limiting
right, she's shortening the tag. All right,
disease.
thanks. All right, stand Sheila by. Set
We
this off
just do the
camera
best
2.
that we can do under the circumstances that we're under right now.
Dissolve camera 2, Sheila.
Now, meanwhile, the Centers for Disease Control has promised Iowa
Okay,
more
ready, camera
shots.
one and Eric?
It's a matter of when they'll come.
And take one,
Thanks
Eric.
to everybody who called
Ready,
in and
ME2,
tried today's
take
trivia
ME2.
question, or
Okay,
if you
after
just
this,
stayed at home and
we'll have
guessed it yourself. The
parent
question
over,
was, what
ME3
town
will
is
be
called the
next.
Pumpkin Capital of
Actually, we'll
Iowa
come out to
because of its
just,
annual Pumpkin Fest and
a
Way
frame
Off?
sync,
The
Roger,
answer
before
is
you
over
bring
in
your phone
Jones
in.
County in eastern Iowa and Mimosa. For more, Brian Hilding of Des Moines knew that, and he's going to get
All
a
right,
Pizza
ready,
Hut pizza this morning. For more Iowa
ready,
facts, log on to the iowachannel.com
too,
and click the
Jesse,
morning
since
show
all
icon and select
ME3.
Play Morning Trivia.
And dissolve ME3. Keep,
Is that
she
right?
does mine.
Oh, I know most
Every
of them.
county in the state, Eric knows all 99 of them. It is now
We're gonna
about 3
black
minutes
after
before
this.
7
That's
o'clock.
sad.
We'll be
Oh,
right
it's
back with
west.
everything you need to know before you head out the door this
Ready to
morning.
go black, taking star 2 full. Go black, take 2, star 2 sound full. Dang it.
KCCI
All right,
has the number one 10 o'clock news out of all network affiliates
all right.
in the top 100.
Headlines
Thanks
gonna
for
run
making
4,
KCCI
5, and 6.
Iowa's
Victor
and
4
the
sound
nation's
full.
news leader.